Welcome to the finale of What Remains of Edith Finch. The ending of this episode has to be one of the most impactful scenes in a video game that I've ever gone through. It really meant that much to me. No bullshit. I'm not exaggerating. Make sure you stay till the end. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the finale.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Yo, this is so heavy. Holy shit, 15 viewers in the house. What's going on, guys? This is how we should be rocking it every day, 15 viewers. So, you know what I mean? Make sure you show up. Okay, chat? Okay? Shit. Dude, the kite's right there. Okay, what do you want me to do here? What do you want from me, game? You want me to leave? There's no way you want me to leave. Can I go up the fire pole? How do I get up there? Stairs. Duh. Usually the way you get upstairs is using stairs.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
That's sick, by the way. I want my kids to have something like that in their room. It's just so much more creative, dude. Fuck stairs.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Gregory had the force. He did. But didn't have the fucking force to shut off the faucet.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Okay. Yeah, because we saw that name. Right here. Sanjay. 10 ways to teach critical thinking. Fly to India. Don and Sanjay. Okay. What else?
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go.
Why are you having kids? And why are you getting married when you know
I'm
this
sure
shit
Edie
happens?
was happy to have her back.
Like, I guess it's that whole conversation, right? Like, is it better to have lived and died or not to have lived at all?
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that.
Oh man, that's some fucking scary shit. Especially knowing you're under a curse and that any one of your kids could die at any second.
Things were good. Almost normal.
Dude, the game is so sick.
But it didn't last.
Fuck.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday. Here we go. He lived all the way up here. Oh, you see there was
After
no
Milton
death date?
disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
What did I say? What did I say? He just disappeared. He just disappeared. We don't know that he died. I think everyone assumes that he's dead, but we never found him. Clearly the game is pointing us in that direction. They keep showing us the newspaper articles on the floor. Yes, I guess they would be all over the house, but it's like they keep trying to hinting it. I don't know. I think something's going on with this Milton character. Fam, the day your family was created, it was the end for all of y'all. Miguel, you're right. These people, dude. This is some fucking curse, huh? Architect? Creating 3D structures.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Dude, can I live here minus all the dying shit? This is so fucking sick, dude. Guys, this is how my house would look like. I want like a fucking Willy Wonka, Harry Potter, Hogwarts having ass type of house. Like, I want some magical shit, man. Turning point in history. Milton. 92. The magic
Milton
paintbrush.
Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh shit, I'm swiping this. This is sick. That's awesome. Who created this game and put me on the phone with them?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Shit, Chad, I think we're coming to the end. Or I could be wrong. Damn, yo.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
I mean, just based on where they live, like, this shit is sick, but this shit's creepy as fuck. Whatever she found in the house, she didn't want to get out. What does that mean?
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
This is the last person in our book.
Of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
Lewis is the last one on the family tree that doesn't have a picture written. So I don't know what that means, but something's about to happen. That's what I can tell you. His house is a boat. It's a boathouse. This is sick. I don't know who Kay is. I saw that too. So it seems like Sanjay, Kay, and Sven. We didn't really, and Eddie as well. But Eddie's the only one written in blue that doesn't have a picture. Oh, Don as well. Okay, so maybe we'll go Lewis and then we'll go Don and Eddie. We'll see. But it seems like the leaves, they've been kind of just skipping over. They've been just saying their names. I don't know what that means.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar.
He's fucking having
That
some
part of him
hookah.
lived on. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Oh shit! Dual monitor setup. Okay, let's look at the setup. Okay. Interesting. No mouse pad. It's okay. He makes it work. Super high sense. He's got a bowl here. Smoking a lot of weed, probably. What does that say? Oh, cigars. Okay, bowl, weed, ashtray. There's no way that's tobacco. Oh, I guess it could be tobacco because you can smoke tobacco out of a shisha too. Out of a fucking hookah. Okay. Lewis Finch, locker contents. Don Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His
We're doing
mind
this,
began
chat.
to...
His mind began to what? Begin to what? What is that? What is that icon?
wander.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm walking this person around. What? He's fucking daydreaming playing a game? He's playing a fucking video game, dude, while he's daydreaming.
I asked him to describe it.
Whoa.
He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
I'm doing both simultaneously, chat. I'm cutting the fish and I'm playing the maze.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I've never seen this done in a video game. I've never even heard of this being done.
And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself.
This is how we daydream. This is how I daydream. This is kind of how my brain looks like sometimes. Like while I'm
But he
doing
found
shit.
something more.
Oh, it's even deeper. He's
I
even
worried
more
about him then.
immersed. Look how immersed he is now.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Yeah, focused on his video game and his fucking
Like a whole new Lewis.
mind, dude.
So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It
much
seemed
more
very
immersed?
promising at first. He
Next,
told
this
me
shit is
he'd
gonna be
made a new
3D.
friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cut off my hand, 100%.
He talked about starting a band.
Can I go in here?
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
Here we go. What's the next level? It's like he's getting higher and higher.
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
What
that
struck
all the
him?
cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
It's consuming him, dude. Oh my god, look how immersed he is. You can't even see the fish anymore,
He'd conquer a
basically.
city, then immediately push on.
Dude, this is so fucking crazy. This is amazing. Oh my god. Storytelling is just
New
excellent.
Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
Been there.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Some relatable shit right now.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of her silver harp.
I love harps. It's one of my favorite instruments.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Look at this, dude. He's so fucking immersed right now.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Yep, there we go.
But he was so proud of having created it.
Here we go.
In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
That's crazy. I'm still
For
cutting
someone
this
who'd
fish.
never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon. but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Damn.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
This shit is so real right now, dude.
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Is he about to go see himself, dude?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
That's me, chat. Fuck, dude.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
I'm gonna die. It's the fish cleaver, dude. I'm gonna fucking get my head cut off.
Rest, I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Whoa, dude. Wow. Wow.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Wow, dude. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. Oh my god, man. I hate to go there right now, chat, but Lewis's shit was so relatable. Like that was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was... Dude. Yeah, that's for another time. We'll have to talk about that, but god damn. Dude.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. but I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
I'm trying to...
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Here we go. The last night. We're in our room now.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh my god, dude.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Fuck, dude. Her son. God. Wow. Oh my god. Wow. 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 Dude. Dude. Dudes. Wow. What an incredible game and story. Beautifully written. Man. I'm like trying to come up with like some insightful thoughts, but that was incredible. I mean, shit, chat, I might be losing my mind, and I know why. I'm like, I got some recency bias issues, but that might be one of the best games I've ever played for what it was offering me. You know what I mean? For whatever their goal was here, I feel like they hit it bullseye. When they came up with this concept and they were like, okay, this is what we want to try and deliver. This is the story. This is what we want to happen. This is the character developments. This is what art direction. This is how we want the puzzling to feel like, the pacing, the writing, the animation. I feel like they just hit it dead on. I never at any point felt like I lost the immersion. I never at any point felt like the story wasn't really making sense, or there were some weird plot holes or weird misdirection that wasn't necessary to have, but the developers just kind of tossed in. It just feels like they nailed it. Like they nailed it, man. Holy smokes. Unbelievable, chat. What do you guys think? Holy shit, man. Chat, I know I have a lot of catching up to do with you guys. I just wanted to make sure that we could experience this without being distracted, because it was getting way too good. Way too good. And I know you guys were talking with each other, so... Wow, they recognized the playtesters? Neil Druckmann played it? No wonder. Neil Druckmann is the mastermind lead developer, right? For The Last of Us. And now he's basically the top dog at Naughty Dog now. He's like the creative director. They made this game for 5 years. Wow. 5 years. The replay as story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. Wow. Wow. Dude. Oh my God. Blunt, thank you. Guys, I'm trying to come up with words. I don't even know what to say. Man. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm so glad we did this today. I am so glad we did this today, chat. We need to do more of this. And if you guys are along with me on the journey and down for doing more games like this, I'll find them. Even if some of them are more lighthearted, because that was dark as fuck. But even if we find more lighthearted stuff, if you guys are down, I'm down, man. That shit was bonkers. And you're telling me Among Us or Phasmophobia almost got Game of the Year? Are you fucking high? It's not even... There's no comparison. I know it's like... They're trying to go for something different, but the quality here, this is what I'm trying to express to you guys. Here's what you need to understand about quality. Okay, chat, I'm going to speak to you guys like your children. You've never heard this before, but there's a difference between, okay, let me give you an analogy. Okay, there's a difference between eating. How do I explain this? Let me think about this. What I'm trying to say is that I felt like the execution was on point. That in their head, they were like, this is the game we want. We just need to create the game and match it to exactly our vision. And I felt like this game accomplished that. I feel like you play games a lot and you're like, I see what they were going for, but they didn't really hit it. I felt like they were a little bit inaccurate here with this with if this is what they were going for, they kind of missed the mark. I just felt like this game just hit the mark the whole time. I got a slew of recommendations for games, bro. I got you. Good. Bring them on. I'm out here Google mapping some train tracks after checking this stream out. Why? Stay away. What do you mean? Dude, thank you for playing. Dude, thank you for suggesting it, guys. That's why I take your you guys' input seriously, man. Wow. So we run COD to cheer us up. Yes. Wow. So she died from just depression. I'm assuming that she died from childbirth. I'm assuming that's what happened. Yeah, Poke. You called out a bunch of those. You nailed it, dude. Wow. Wow. Can we get some rockets in the chat? Just, I need to get this developer on the phone. I need to speak to them. And we're going to design a game. Wow. Let me express one thing to you, chat, and then we're going to move on. The sequence of the kid, what was his name, who was at work and he felt like his imagination was consuming his reality. I've been there. And that, to see a video game take that concept and display it was unbelievable. Because sometimes I've had conversations with people and I'm like explaining, I'm like, no, I don't think you understand what I've gone through and what kind of measures of escape my mind will take me to. And I feel like I could present someone with that scene and be like, here's an example, a visual example, rather than me trying to explain with words. And I feel like they nailed it in a way where it's like, I don't even need to explain it to somebody. I'm like, you want to talk about escapism and going through some shit where you just need an escape from your mind. That was like a beautiful, beautiful way to illustrate it. Just, I feel like they nailed it. I feel like they were telling my story for a second. Holy shit. Well, hopefully I don't put my head on a fucking fish cleaver and die.